All right, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for all the subs, Beto, Loss, I like to 123, which, you know, 94 months, by the way. Jesus Christ. Really appreciate it. So, you know, FGO kind of sucks, and then the story of 2.5 is just the lamest thing ever. I could not be less interested in this. Like, that was such a terrible fucking way to, follow up. They will do anything but actually 3.0. Like, holy fuck. I don't think you can even call this 2.5 because they did whatever the fuck. What was it even called? That like 2-year break where they just did the stupid side thing before the finale. I can't even remember what that was. That was crazy, dude. The ordeal stall. That's the one. Holy, I can't even fucking remember this fucking game. All right, free stuff. Huzzah. All right, who's rated up? Is it the Green Knight? That is in fact not the Green Knight. Well, I guess David's in the story then, huh? How is that one of the goddesses of fate? Well, please tell me the have a ascension stage that's more normal. Like, what the fuck? David is green. That's true. That is true. No, I haven't looked at buffs. I logged in like a week ago and did some of the buffs that were available. Okay, David got buffed. Right, that's quite a few we have to do. Wow, they buffed Ziggurat again? What'd they even do? This game still exists, apparently. I don't know, prob battery. Didn't he already have that though? But that is generally their way. Where are the Georges at? There we go. See David's animation update here. I think I finished that event enough to have her NP5 and everything. I think I did. Hope so. Okay, hold on. Let's shake the music up here. You know, when in doubt. Never bothered to transfer my account. You gotta always write that shit down. All right, what's going on here? Not exactly a good opening hand for seeing animations. Oops. Don't ask chat. I fucked that up a little bit. Trying to get my volume right. Okay. Boy, they just don't animate anything anymore. It's like they only draw the character from like that default pose angle, and then they want all the animations to work with that default pose. It's like that's a huge problem with the game now, in my opinion. Oh, they drew him from the side. All right. Put a little effort in there. I don't think they changed the angle on his legs, but they did draw him from the side at least once. What a concept. That's very green. I mean, it's better animations than the last time I played this game, and like every character was just completely static, just spamming particle effects, so it's not too bad. The harp, of course. Oh yeah, we're starting soon. Look, we're doing a buff quest, alright? Calm down. Oh my god, Protoku is so stiff, it's insane. I don't think he's the worst defender, though. He's up there, but like, Boudica exists, and some of the new units, like some of the random 5-stars and stuff I've seen, are just so stiff. It's crazy. Like, they just refuse to draw them from different angles. It's super weird. Yeah, there's a lot of recycled animations, too. I've seen that. I mean, the quality has really just died. That's alright, though. David's looking decent enough. The fuck was that? That's some, like, coup copying. Like, David's trying to be coup. What the fuck was that? I mean, I don't think they have any reason, like, excuse to be cutting corners with the kind of money they've got. Like, it's just embarrassing. Let's do the opening buster here. Actually, let's see opening quick. We won't have a lot of chances to do that. And then we'll do opening buster. So the quick are the sheep. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's sheep too. A lot of staff whacking though, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, we'll NP the giant mob, see the damage here. Oh, they gave a hell of an animation update to the Wyvern enemies I saw. I wasn't playing when they did that, but everybody showed me videos of that like immediately. But, yeah, they actually updated the hell out of them. Hey, Poi. Alright, let's see it. Hey, David's a pretty popular 3-star. David, buddy, you gonna crash the game? Well, one moment. This game doesn't run very well. What are you gonna do? Dude, Poi has a waiting emote that's the freaking Glorp cat. Like, I don't understand why that exists. Pretty good NP, crashes your game. Yeah, it's trying to save you. I mean, it looked pretty good up to that point. I like how my chat now is all FGO, like, X players. I respect it. It scared away all... The thing is, all the people that are still putting up with this game and are, like, actively playing it are on so much copium that there's not a lot of logic left. Yeah, I mostly play regular games. I kind of always did, though. Even when I was streaming FGO and stuff, I always have played regular games. Okay, David, let's not crash the game again. LARP is the most incorrectly used slang I've ever seen in my life. People, I'm so tired of people calling everyone else a LARPer because they have an opinion they don't agree with. It's like, I can't actually argue my point. So, okay, that looks awesome. The opening buster there. Can this game function for more than 5 fucking seconds? Oh my god, it might be time to play Armored Core or something. I swear to god, dude. But yeah, every time like someone has an opinion they don't agree with, everyone is just like, you're a LARPer. I saw this guy arguing, you know, like the Devil May Cry anime or Netflix show is like really divisive, right? And if you don't like it, that's completely fine. But the guy's whole argument, I'm serious, this guy's argument to why it was bad was because Devil May Cry 5 sold 11 million copies and only 17% of the player base has beat it on the highest difficulty. That was his argument. And it's because everyone that didn't beat on the highest difficulty is LARPing. That's what he said. And I'm like, this is not an argument. And like, I see that all the time, like in FGO and shit like that, where just anytime someone has an opinion they don't agree with, it's like, oh, you're a little LARPer. It's kind of the worst. Everyone's acting like they're in high school again, dude. Okay, seriously though, can we get through this fucking turn? Let me put it in speed mode and see if that helps. Like, fuck.
Hello.
Yep, what Lost said. That happens all the time too. By the way, Miyazaki's a LARPer then. You know, the creator of the games. Because he doesn't play them at level 1 or any of that stuff. 400k. Pretty good for not even having our attack buff. My god, David really does murder giants because... like, that is crazy damage for not even having charisma up. Let's see if we can get another NP again without killing this guy so we can see bigger damage here. The old art. Billy on suicide watch. Yeah, I know. Billy is such outdated 3-star now. It really sucks. Because he's like one of my absolute favorites. Doesn't have an animation update. His battery thing doesn't matter anymore because now everyone has battery. Also, we're not going to get to NP. Feels bad. That sucks. We were going to fuck this guy up. Well, we'll hit him with a big buster. Well, honestly, David's animation update's not that bad. Like, it's not the most high effort thing I've ever seen, but like, it's better than what I've seen recently from them. It's crazy my David doesn't have that much bond. That's because I've basically never used him for farming ever. And he's never in the back row or anything. So all of that bond is from challenge quests. And like main story. Let's see what this buff is though. It's not a cue to spoil it, by the way. Let's see. Oh, we got some Lancers. Well, it might be fun to actually do that with an Archer and see if they can do it. It's only a level 70 stage. I was going to use Billy, but no animation update. I'm sure people would say I'm a LARPer for FGO now because I don't stream it every fucking day. Actually, that was already a thing. That terminology wasn't used much back when I was more active, but like people acted like I wasn't really a Fate fan, which is insane because I could like, you know, reference some like, holy fuck, why is that so loud? Poi, what have you done? That is so much louder than before. Jesus Christ. It's because their stupid website for that shit. It never actually respect. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to turn this shit off. But the stupid website doesn't actually like respect the volume setting. Let me try this. But yeah, it's always been like that. I don't know why it's even fucking louder now, though. But like, you can go into their settings and like say that I want this emote to be this loud, and then it just doesn't. Let me see. God, they changed the UI for a lot of this stuff. Why would you do this? Now see, that sounds completely normal and reasonable, but I have a feeling when someone redeems it, it's not going to sound like that.
Curse you, babe!
I mean, that was decently reasonable. I mean, I don't know, it might sound different for you all because I have like my... I just adjusted like my own sound, so I don't know what it sounds like for you all. Here, somebody do It's Not Fair. Somebody hit it. That okay. Okay, Chad. Why do I ever talk to you guys? That is better though. How about that Divinity Original Sin soundtrack though? That was an awesome game. I feel like that unironically is a game that I should stream and play with co-op with chat or something. And if like the same people aren't there, so you can actually assign someone else to play like the chat character. So then he can be like a bizarre ass community character. That'd be pretty cool. Wait, I need him to die, so I need to not kill this guy. What's Arknight's been doing anyway? I played it recently to get like the welfare and that lady that's really good for Fuse, but I didn't really pay attention to what was happening at all, and I just like autoed like the 5th stage like a trillion times. But yeah, Baldur's Gate I think would be a really cool game as well. It's harder to stream though. I think it's like optimized like ass. Monster Hunter 2 collab. Interesting. Who's getting the costumes? Can Yato have a costume where she just looks normal as her Monster Hunter self? Catapult. Interesting. Oh god, Pop-Tart. An orchid. Oh my god. So their thing now, I swear, is doing low stars with Monster Hunter. Because like that's 4 characters that are all low stars that got the Monster Hunter stuff. So that's like intentional, I think. Yato Alter got a second mod that sets her redeploy time to 0. What the hell? Only the first time. Okay. That's not too crazy. I was about to say that's not right. Also, we're always in a Myrtle meta because like if she was a redeploy like that, you're limited by DP. So, well, they're gonna have a bad time. Probably don't even need the NP. I mean, they are Lancer, right? So we'll see. 50, 70, 50. No, they're fucked. No, they're fucked. We did just over half their health with auto attack, so. Holy hell, though, they slap. That's with the defense buff, too. Jeez. At least we had guts. My god. That is the worst link ever if you wanted to just show what the new characters look like. The fuck is wrong with you? Stop being mean. Like, just link a fucking picture, dude. Like, this is not that hard. Actually, it does. For me, it does not. It literally just loads, loading toolbox, and then it just loads nothing. And like, you know, why use a fucking like tool website like this, instead of literally just a JPEG? Like, Jesus Christ. Hey, look, I'm not the only one. You guys don't know how to link pictures, I swear. I'm going to ignore chat and play FGO. And then I realized this is not a good timeline. I could be outside right now. I could like cut grass or something. It'd be great. But I'm playing FGO and we haven't even finished. Look how long, by the way, we've been at this. And we haven't finished a fucking buff quest. Who has cool animations? Let's see. Who to use? I mean, there's always Caligula. I have to actually be careful though, because Caligula, not exactly a good solo unit. Look, chat. This is not hard. Look, I'm literally gonna do it for you. Look, chat. This is how you link a fucking thing. Like, you just link the fucking picture. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, took 2 seconds. Lost, though, I swear to God, is just being an ass on purpose. I would just like to remind everyone, Lost is like, you know, really smart and has a big fancy job and all that, but then he like acts like a 9-year-old. Like he'll be like making child faces and like sticking his tongue out at you, calling you a big poo-poo head. Yeah, David's animation update's decent. You know, it's not like the highest ever thing of all time, but like it's way better than what I was expecting, so. I got ice cream all over my computer. Well, you might want to clean that up. Nice and snappy before it starts like melting and stuff. That sounds unfortunate. It's just a drop, but I like to be dramatic, I see. What kind of ice cream, though? This is the important stuff. don't know why I just prioritized damage on that combo. So I have Starjin down, so it wouldn't really matter. Okay. Can this thing just go away? Can I just have a debuff clear? Not deal with that. I love his long range art. It's unfortunate that it's kind of rare that you would open with an art card like that. But it looks cool and cool scream and makes the rest of the combo look good. I don't know what Poi just sent me, but I'm not gonna click it because there's no world that's not some just absolute bullshit. Like that's like a virus waiting to happen right there. Hell no. All right, let's see. I do not have the buff success chance command code. Damn it. I mean, I do, but not on Caligula. All right, just get lucky, forehead. Well, we didn't get the defense up, but we got the attack up, so good enough. Defense up would have been nice, though. I think do I just BBB? Okay, wait, the defense down he does will hit the other target. This crit chance is crap, though. I think I try to kill this one. And then try to... The thing is, I have more attack up this turn than I'm ever gonna have. Just BBB, I think. Yeah, we might be dead. We'll see. We need to kill him. Oh! Okay, never mind. We're not dead. If he lived there, we were in super trouble. Those lucky crits, though. The question is... Yeah, he sneezed. The question is... Would we have killed there if we did not crit? Okay, I think I need to... As much as I want to do his NP, I think we need to just BBB here. Yeah, I think the extra attack would have killed even without crits. Yeah, his extra did 80k. Get drained for not trusting me. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't trust you in this context. So is Catapult Charge Blade, by the way? Because that's what it looks like. I didn't even pay attention because I was just getting the picture like a sane person. I guess, what's Orchid then? I'm guessing she's gonna have one of the dumb fucking weapons because yeah, there it is, bow. And yeah, that's what I mean by a dumb fucking weapon. Oh, so Valkyrie got buffed. That was probably a little while ago. Hey, I do not raise my rent prices unless like I really need to. I generally just keep it at what they started at because it keeps people happy and like unironically, you don't want like a tenant leaving sucks because then you have to go get another tenant and you might have like a month where you don't get paid, right? So I would rather the rent be cheaper and people stay longer. That generally works out better. I'm a good fucking landlord, thank you. I don't like, I repair things properly. I'm timely. Everything is reasonably priced. Doubt. Valkyrie got a battery and attack buff. For Valkyrie allies? What do you mean Valkyrie allies? Dude, I hate that they're doing a filler story right now. I think this is just... Dude, do you guys realize once this filler story's over, that will be been a 4 years of filler with just like the tiny finale break, which was super short. Like, just absolutely ridiculous. So it's just other Valkyries and Brunhilde. That's funny. This game is filler. That's kind of true. I mean, it wasn't for like 5 minutes. They had an actual story going for a little while. But yeah, now it is just like excuses for dumb scenarios. And then the cast is just so blech now. Random Romani. Look at them voice acting shit. I'm guessing this is why David is in the story. This is definitely a debate. Next anniversary gonna be good. Trust. This is not real. I mean, Nasu doesn't even write a lot of the scenarios over here, although he does write a chunk of them. It's story replay, yeah, fucking right. I wish. Dude, if they ever added story replay, so many people would message me. There's no way that I'd be unspoiled on that. It's, you're so lame. I said this like 5 years ago. Actually, might have been more than that. But I said that by the time they add story replay, it's probably gonna be too little too late. And I think we're at that point. Like, there's so much power creep, and the game is, the meta is so unfun now, and I don't think it'll really matter if they add it now. I mean, it's better than nothing. It gives you something to do, right? To fuck around with your characters, but I mean, it's just, I mean, we're 10 years in, or aren't we more than that? Aren't we like 11 years? Fucking Christ, I'm old. Oh God, they just won't let you, okay, no, I guess you can still use that one. I was about to say, they're just gonna not let you use her OP stuff. This is the dumbest. I swear, if we go to Fuyuki, I'm gonna scream. I hate the 2.5 story. It's so dumb. Like that whole bit where like she died and it's like, oh, just kidding. I mean, oh my God, just terrible. And they just made it. They just got rid of Goldolf for no reason, just because. At least the I like how the staff is now actually getting screen time when they've been in the game the entire fucking time. They just like now remembered, oh yeah, I guess we could give them sprites. Okay. What's this say? Chat, any knowers? Oh, hi, Ace. I mean, I doubt they're gonna have you redo all of part 1 throughout these 2 years. They're probably, oh, I might be wrong. No, it's probably just this singularity. Yeah, because like that's like, they're so, oh my God. What is wrong with them, dude? Maybe we'll have a good boss fight with Gwen, though. That'd be cool. So yeah, I can see why David is part of this story, though. Yeah, it's not like this is the overarching thing of the filler. This is just this singularity. But this is a really weird thing to do. And you're probably not even going to do all of them, I guess. We'll see. What do you mean level 17? I'm bringing Herc just to like show how stupid this is. Maybe they'll like lower your level or something. I don't know. Yeah, Break Bar Gwaine would be cool. Oh, it's because there's no actual story replay. Even if these boss fights are good, you won't actually get to replay them. Hey, Vert. I farmed grants for this. Oh my God, what is this? Guys, do you think, I like how Hercules doesn't get a card. Do you guys think Hercules can handle this? And her day 1 animation. Nice character sprite. Yeah, do a level 1 solo. I like how Herc now got triple buster. I should have brought Anniversary Blonde. $28K. I think that was like $90K on the extra, something like that. Why did it take FGO 10 years to use Solomon's dad seriously? I mean, they did use him seriously in the like interlude after you beat Solomon and you got a David interlude. That was somewhat serious. Correct. So, surely, chat, we're not the only people making story replay memes out of this. That's the face of someone black barreling. It's just, yay, I killed people. Speaking of redoing things that have already been redone a lot, why is the new Star Fox game just another remake of the original Star Fox? Like really? Like we haven't had enough of those, opposed to like making an actual Star Fox game. Boudica? Why does Boudica have a staff uniform? The hell is going on? I'm guessing then David is like standing in for Solomon or something. What the fuck? Get that off my screen immediately. Literally just holding the button down and it's not going fast enough. Stop putting stupid things on the screen so I can't skip. That was horrifying. I'm sorry you had to see this, chat. Also, FGO sprites from the front are always really funny. We actually skipped over some people there, but hey, Bedivere. Reported to HR, true. Get that the fuck out of here. Yeah, cool. There's David. Does anyone have a summary right now? I'm really confused. The Jekyll didn't get a uniform, what the hell? I mean, why does Boudica have a uniform? Olga gave one door. That's it. That's literally it. Is this an event right now? I can't believe this is what they're doing right now. Really necessary. You know, this content's so difficult, we really gotta bring out the big guns here. Before they make us like farm. Look at these 20k health books. I swear the next time Ku is relevant, they're going to buff him. I think we're at that point. when they can't kill your taunt wall. I have the burn stuff on. I could have used the Yang CE to really highlight the silly stuff. Yeah, coup battery soon. Okay, if one of these lives, they should kill a taunt here. I like them to give Ku kind of a weird buff, like something interesting. Because his straightforward values, fine. What's weird is they draw Ku from the side and the back, but because old animations are kind of dumb, a lot of his attacks, they still show him from like that diagonal angle when they shouldn't. But you can literally see they draw him from the diagonal angle, the complete side, and from the back, and it's super rare that they have like that many angles. And same for his like legs, they draw them from like 3 angles. But they actually don't use them very often because they're dumb. Squid thing. Is this gonna be like some like time parasites? Is that what they're gonna be doing? Like there's like time parasites going through the timelines fucking shit up and you have to like go correct it or some fucking crap? Surely we're not being that silly. It's probably lamer than that. Oh god. So they never got through the taunt walls. Casual 59k Buster crit, that's nice. On a caster. I'm happy you think that highly of Nasu. I like how in Star Rail they have Gilgamesh like blow up the planet when he uses his special attack, just because like it doesn't matter over there. Gilgamesh's design is really weird in Star Rail though. How could you be a LARPer if you like Rin more than Ishtar? Like, what the fuck even is that? Surely there's not that many people saying that. That's like so dumb. Now, mind you, I don't like Ishtar or Rin, right? So there's no winning here for me, but that's just silly. Didn't I just say I thought Gilgamesh looked weird? Didn't I just say that? Am I hallucinating? I mean, Fate Strange Fake Ishtar's better because she's significantly more accurate to the legend, and also like the whole like Rin-tarded thing is not cool, right? Like the way Ishtar acts in Babylonia, it's annoying. Like such an annoying character.
Are you hallucinating?
Like at least in Fate Strange Fake, she's like a serious character. Like how you both did that, by the way. Same brain cell. So why is one of the goddesses of fate dressed like Little House on the Prairie going to church? Like, I don't understand. Somebody tell me she has an ascension stage that's normal. Nostra's a hack? Yeah, there's that too. Also, why wouldn't you add all of them at the same time? That seems very odd. This is the most normal. Oh, great. Yeah, you guys remember in Greek mythology, right? When the Sisters of Fate had a bonnet? You guys remember that? A lot of talking going on here. Normal stuff in 2016. Boy, that was a while ago. 2026, excuse me. Dude, 2016 was 10 years ago. Let that sink in. Aware. Yeah, well, I forgot we could actually be summoning friends that have her. What class is she? Archer. They don't say that, Khan, because now I know there's like some other bullshit. Like, just don't. Just don't. Now, like, later in the story, she's gonna like turn into an Avenger or some stupid shit. Theopoi, don't go crazy. Like, I'm skipping. I'm so sick of this dialogue, dude. Fuck 'em. Now we're, what the hell? Way over in Babylonia. Free stuff. And now we're level 85, so maybe, oh, come on. I mean, maybe it's them, we'll see. Could be all kinds of things. Now fun allowed. I guess we could have chin gonged this crew. I haven't played in a while, so I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, them using Roman guards in the anime. That really was something. Why are they just now showing this? Also, like, the fuck? By the way, no, what? And that's then Tiamat. Anyway, no Lion King costume. He already has her in P. This is the wrong Tiamat. Oh, hi, it's Gil. How about that? I don't know if we actually need to do this or not. We'll see. Zero damage. Must have some kind of damage cut. Hey, Dr. Deus. Thank you for the 60 months. Oh, she do damage though. We might have to actually bring a real setup here. Or, I mean, I'm sure we can solo it, but we'll need Pin Gong. And before she just one-shots us here. Yeah, that'd be cool if you guys use Grand Archer Gil. That'd be wild. His animations don't really work, though, as a player character. They're really only designed to be an enemy character. It'd be hard to make it work. Okay, well, she is not one-shotting us. So that's plenty of damage for being half damage. Like, damn. We're doing absolutely nothing with our damage. Holy crap. Wait, why didn't they add Ku to Honkai Star Rail? Because he already had a design from part 1, so why didn't, like the fuck? Like, why are you adding Rin over an actual servant? Excuse me. But fuck you in particular, yeah, I guess. Day 4-3. By the way, Ku is very popular, right? It's not just me, right? If you actually look this shit up in like Japan, Ku is crazy fucking popular. So it's so weird, like how they don't really do anything with him ever. Like no costume over here, none of that. I like how they've acknowledged multiple times that regular Ku, like people want him to have a you know, summer costume, you know, Hawaiian shirt. They've acknowledged that multiple times, and they just don't do it. They're like, yeah, people want that a lot. Anyway. Okay, I guess you have to actually win. And, Gil not super great for soloing. I want to use Ku, honestly. I have to use Qingong. Don't I have a different team for that? Yeah, there we go. I'll be evil. Got the burn stuff. Although I only have 2, but that's fine. I really should bring a debuff clear command code, but I'm too lazy. Yeah, I think they were like that, where they added Black Bart costume instead, or something like that. Sending the family dog to kill mom. We'll see. Mom was pretty tough. Oh my god, why would you make us watch this every time? Also, I took the Lord's name in vain, so David's gonna be mad. That's crazy. You have to watch this every time. Mash just getting wrecked by Ku Alter for some reason. And then Geronimo avenges her, apparently. Because, you know, that's how the gameplay will go. And then suddenly Tiamat. Well, Gil's messing the team up enough. I don't mind doing that. Does he give stars? No. Silly me. I mean, you probably don't have to bring Qingong, because I bet you her NP would kill anyway. The Bleach guy. I still can't remember if that's... I've asked you this so many times, and somehow I never remember if you're named the Bleach guy because of like literal Bleach or because of the anime. This is probably the 4th or 5th time I've asked you that. One day I'm gonna remember. Doesn't help that I've never watched Bleach, so... Yeah, that damage is high enough that she'll definitely one-shot. Okay, why do I have this? What the fuck? This is very abnormal command codes to have on Ku. Maybe I'll heal next turn if she attacks 3 times. But my crit chance, though. Yeah, fuck it. Dementia streamer. I don't know, maybe, yeah? Okay, yeah, I guess I could have waited. Well, I have my 3rd skill, though. I really want to do that. I guess. Lowers my damage, funnily enough, but, probably should have cast that sooner. Wow, Ku does a lot more damage than the NPC Gilgamesh. Like, in a turn, without using an NP, we've done the same damage. What do you mean, guard? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think we may have brought too large of a weapon here. We may have overestimated Mom. I could just PFA again. Yeah, fuck it. Being low on HP is actually a good thing, but whatever. No point in doing the crit boost here, I guess. Might kill her here. Bro. That's messed up. Okay, yeah, we definitely should not have brought Ku for that. That was too much. Yeah, we bullied a little bit there. You've watched Vinland Saga. Hey, look, the game crashed again. I have not. One of these days. Nice try, Beto. What the fuck is Digimon Beat Break? What kind of name is that? Like, time to take a break to beat someone? I don't understand Digimon at all. I don't know if I just clicked the right button there or not. I need season 3 so bad. Oh, and for Vinland Saga. Have you watched Orb? I've watched Orb in Gundam Seed. So there's that. Orb is lame, by the way, just to be clear. Chat sure is wrathful. Why are we talking about mechs now? I still can't believe this is where the story's going. Blah, 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 blah. Holy hell. Apparently that decision matters because you can't skip. Oh yeah, we still need to actually use her. Yeah, I did use this, but I don't even know why this is on the playlist, because this is one of those songs where they freak the fuck out. One of those band, you know, songs. What the hell is going on? We're watching a movie in the middle of a story arc. Okay. They didn't invite Jane to the gunfight. Yeah, I wonder why. They really should give her a costume where she's just wearing normal cowboy stuff, but never gonna happen. They even say in her bio she has a regular gun, like a regular, like, you know, servant gun, like more like Billy's, but you can't have that. You get rainbow lasers instead. Fucking Saber Wars. I swear the constant text boxes of your character just saying the dumbest crap ever are there so you can't skip through the story quickly. That's like the whole point. Here we go again. Look at all this SQ that I don't have any reason to use. I'm probably not gonna finish this in one sitting because I got real life stuff to do later. I think that was Lev. Rolling story banner. I think I basically have everything I want. If it's unlimited anyway. I got Tesla and everything. Great stuff. Now we're all the way at Solomon. What the hell? So, were they just not... Are we just not going to get a fight with Gwaine where he's, like, you know, the same gimmick but with break bars and stuff? Because that'd be awesome. Like, how do you not do that? That would be too similar to story replay, apparently. Oh my god. Just... Bro. Remember actually playing the game? Remember that? That was time. Then loading, 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 because this game's optimized like ass. I like how that counted as me doing a stage. That looks more normal as of now. Okay. What any of this do? I wonder if this is cooldown reduction. Random glass is still. Oh no, I see. Lost doesn't have the cards matching the stage. I was like, what the hell? Well, that was a lot of not animating. See what they did there. Crit. Crit. Or triple attack, that'll work too. I don't even remember what their crit animation is. This one's level 35, so it should do more damage, so I'll keep that one alive. Triple art. Man, how many characters now just like spam random lasers for one reason or another? There's quite a bit of that. Oh fuck, it's an archer. I'm gonna need you to crit. Damn it, only has 2 actions per turn. What kind of nonsense is this? Well, we might as well see the NP. And before they find a way to make the same NP work for all 3 ascensions, she just transforms into some stupid bullshit. Hey, look. It's what they do every fucking time. I love how I called that. It's like they've done this a few times. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's different each stage, but I doubt it. It could be. Any confirmation from Lost? Because he probably knows. I would like to use our skills, but not the best time. I haven't played, so wait, you leveled her up and then you didn't actually do anything? Is there stage 3 locked, by the way? Is there anything like that going on? It is? Okay, so... yeah, because she's so tied to the story, I kind of figured they'd do that. I think this is the first time we've done long range buster. That's a reused animation, I'm quite sure. The pose. We're actually in kind of a threat of dying here. Should have brought default Mystic Code. What any of this does. It's not, really fancy stuff doesn't really help in a situation like this. You need a fucking heal or... There we go, there's a heal, that'll help. See if she has cooldown reduction here. I believe she did. I think that was at 7 before. Quite long cooldowns, though. Jesus. They always do that. When a character has cooldown reduction, they just make the cooldowns extra long. I could NP here. That's probably best so I don't get blasted. I should have done Buster first to make more stars there. I could have even gotten overkill with the stars. The David's animation update's decent. There's some unique debuff there. Big boy. Please don't crit me. So I guess I can do invulnerability here. I love how we did like triple cooldown reduction and we're still nowhere near getting our cooldowns back. Pretty rough. She'll probably kill. Or she can just not crit. Applied all this like Wheel of Fate crap, but I don't know what it does. Alright, give me 1 second, chat. I'm gonna make a milkshake because I need calories. I'm back. Did you guys behave? All right, I guess stage 1, if you can, lost, and we'll just see if the MP is different. The hell? Did the server reset or something? Okay. It's like the 10th game crash. Definitely not chocolate flavor. I put in peanut butter, banana, protein powder, the milk. When I pretty much never do chocolate, actually. I'll do like cocoa, but I do like 100%, right? No milk chocolate. So it's like really bitter. But I actually really like that. I like bitter a lot. It's because I have to get a lot of calories every day. If I do nothing, like, and I mean nothing, if I just like sit around all day and I don't do anything, my body naturally burns like 4,000 to 5,000 calories. It's actually ridiculous. And then because I'm quite active, I need substantially more than that. It's actually quite frustrating. Oh yeah, that's right, we can't use her here. Oops. Okay, a lot of healthy stuff I think tastes better. It's like 100% cocoa is much better for you than chocolate. And most people don't like it because it's bitter. You know, it's not sweet, but I don't really like sweet stuff. And I like bitter, so. I really think it's good for people to figure out what your, like, what do they call it, metabolic rate is. You know, it's basically like how many calories does your body burn a day, right? Like, what does your daily intake need to be? Because people act like it's so complicated, and it can be hard, don't get me wrong. Some people, like in my case, have outrageously fast metabolisms. They might have a slow metabolism. There's reasons it can be annoying, but it's not complicated, right? It's like, okay, I need to eat 2,000 calories every day or I'm going to lose weight, right? Or it's if I eat more than 2,000 calories, I'm going to gain weight, right? Like, it's not actually that hard to figure out. And once you know it, it'll make your life a lot easier. Because it's, you know, it's ultimately not that vague how you gain and lose weight. You know, it really is, you know, the amount of calories going in versus the amount of calories going out. Like, if you want to gain or lose weight, either way, that's pretty much what's going on. I normally go with like strawberry flavor if it's going to be protein powder. I don't like vanilla flavored protein powder. That just tastes super fucking whack. I just like to put in my own peanut butter, because, you know, unlike most people, I need more calories. Like, I could never possibly have enough calories really in a day, and peanut butter tastes good. So yeah, I like to just get some big old scoops of peanut butter and throw it in there. So the animations for her normals are the same. Although I get the feeling her third stage will have different shit going on. With it being story locked and all that. I've never tasted peanut butter in my life. What the fuck? That's really strange. Unless you're allergic, and then it's really normal. Guess I NP here, actually. Alright, let's see if they change anything. Nope. Nope. I called it. No, I was correct. I had a little bit of copium there. I thought maybe I'm wrong, but no, I'm not wrong. Didn't think so. They're just like so about that now that they transform into some outfit that no matter what stage they're in, it'll always match, so they don't have to animate anything more than once. That's not even animation, that's just drawing, because there's no motion. I lost my sense of taste for like a year. Maybe not quite a year. It was around a year though, when I had that mouth surgery and you know, my nerve got fried. And at first I thought it was nice because I could eat like outrageously healthy stuff that tasted terrible and not care. But then it just starts affecting your appetite. Like I didn't miss taste. I really didn't. I did not miss having taste. But like it just messes with your, at least for me anyway, it messed with my fucking head. So like I just wouldn't get hungry. Like I wouldn't have an appetite. And that caused all kinds of fucking problems. I don't know if that's true for everybody though. I have no idea. Yeah, I knew a few people that when they got COVID lost taste. That did not happen to me though. When I got COVID, it was honestly awesome. Like all that happened was I had like body ache, right? And that was really common with COVID. I had some body ache, but that wasn't that big of a deal. And then I got really tired, and this was in a period of my life where I was really behind on sleep, and I just slept so much. It was awesome, and it wasn't like shitty sleep because, you know, I wasn't congested at all, right? So I just slept like a fucking log all the time. It was fan-fucking-tastic. I felt so good once COVID was like wearing off, and I was like kind of mad because like, damn it, now I'm not going to get such easy sleep anymore. But yeah, it was literally just body aches and like incredibly mild. I had like a little bit of congestion in my chest, right? Because it was still lower respiratory at this point. It wasn't upper yet. And so I mean, it was so little though. And I would just like drink tea now and then, and it just nothing. I mean, just, I wouldn't even like know. So yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, that's not how it was for most people. But it was really nice for me. I was a big fan. Now COVID's upper respiratory, which I hate because I have, you know, major sinus issues. So upper respiratory really fucks me up. Yeah, I lost taste because of wisdom teeth as well. Because it was so intertwined with my nerve. Yours must be even more intertwined with your nerve than though, if it's that bad. What's their strategy then though? Are they giving you like medicine or something? Because if it just gets that impacted, normally it starts to decay and cause all kinds of problems. So like, I hope you have a really good doctor. And have you gotten a second opinion? Because like, yeah, that sounds fucked up. Because mine, they warned me I'd probably get nerve damage, but it wasn't like, and you're gonna lose half your face. It was just nerve damage. That was it. I'm waiting to see if it goes bad, and then I'll see. I would get a plan before that. And I'll definitely get a second opinion. I'm telling you, wisdom teeth can kill you. Like, they can fuck you up. Yeah, they gotta take them seriously. I had all 4 yoinked and it healed in 3 days. I wish that's how mine went. Oh my god, it fucked me up, dude. Yeah, I had all 4 yoink because I was like, if I'm doing this, I'm getting it over with. But yeah, because of the nerve issue, I was in crazy, like, my face was just fucked up, man. Like, it was not right. And it was a good while. But yeah, I had all 4 out because, I'm not doing that more than once, right? There's no world where I'm gonna do like 2 of them and then have to go back. I was like, none of that. All right, I bet you we can kill without NPing. Well, I mean, again, I would get a second opinion because you really need to figure out what's going on here. Like, how dangerous is it to have them removed? And then are you gonna have to have them removed? Because, you know, and then or is there an alternative, you know, option? Because, like, don't want you losing, you know, half your face here. Yeah, that's how it was for me. Like, one of them was starting to be a problem, and then I just had all of them taken out. And actually, I need to get it checked again. I don't think the nerve damage was permanent. They thought it might be, but I started getting taste back. But the thing is, this is super weird, but I actually don't know. So I obviously lost my taste, and that was really obvious. And then my taste like really slowly started coming back. But because like so much time passed, I have no idea if my taste is like it was before, because I don't really remember. I don't have like a direct reference where I'm like, okay, this is what an egg roll tasted like before, and this is what it tastes like now. I'm like, I don't really know if my taste is correct anymore. I don't fucking know. Okay. For some reason, we have to use mash only here. Yep, health problems, always fun. I have a lot of health problems from, like, I was born way too early, but, like, I'm very healthy in the things that I can control. Like, my diet's very good, I exercise, all that stuff, I'm very healthy. But, yeah, it happens. What are you gonna do? The default. Worst nose ever created? Like, what, can you not smell or something? Okay, 300k. I haven't played this game in so long. I like how we have the bond bonus right now. From I wonder if any unit you bring in this part would have been like that. I thought you can bring other units right now, but I think the second skill is the one. No, her NP is the one that changes your NP, which is really awkward. Make some stars here. Well, this is kind of a joke if that's the damage he's doing. If I'd brought a Star Bomb CE, I probably could have one-turned him. Oh, this song, which is from Bastion, awesome game from like 20 years ago. reminds me of that Far Far West game I've been playing, and that game's awesome. I need to stream that at some point. It's kind of like Deep Rock Galactic and Helldivers, that kind of game, but you're a cowboy robot. It's very fun. I think it's so much more fun than Helldivers. I did not find Helldivers very fun, and I didn't. People were like, "Oh, if you keep playing it, it gets better," but it was so boring. Oh my god, Helldivers was so fucking boring. Like all the enemies were so lame. Like they were just like boring as fuck enemies, and then like the movement felt like super sluggish and just slow. I just didn't care about it at all. Where that Far Far West game, you're like really fun movement, like right off the rip. You can like air dash and shit, and the enemies are pretty interesting immediately. I think there is a character named Billy. I'm pretty sure that is a thing. But is he just dead and no Guadia? I knew she was just gonna walk through like that. I knew you were gonna do that. Timey-wimey. But yeah, if you want a good co-op game or single player, I've played it a little bit in both. I've mostly played co-op, but it's really good solo as well. Like or Far Far West, I really recommend it. It's very fun. Lots of different ways to play. Lots of different like setups you can do, and you can make like really dumb combos with your like weapons and stuff. You know, Lost has his own stream, you know. He hardly ever uses it, and when he does, he doesn't, like, advertise it. But he does have his own stream. Okay, Camelot. Can we have Gwaine now? No, now we're in Babylonia. What the hell? Whose idea was this? Oh, nap time. Yeah, Romani's not really here, I don't think. This is like a whole, like, redo of 1.0 for some reason. Now we're in New Game Plus 2. Can they, like, actually add story replay? Like, goddamn. This seems like a really good excuse to do it. It is funny, like, the early days when you don't have, like, you have, like, the typical low stars, you know, Leonidas and all that everyone gets, and, like, the random couple of golds you got from, like, tutorial summon or whatever. That's so much more memorable than, like, when you have this, like, giant ass, although at the same time, it is cool that I have, like, all these characters that I like. You get to, you know, level up the ones you want to level up and shit, which is neat. But I think the most fun I've, like, ever had in FGO is, I mean, I guess when I first played it was fun. Like, my first time getting to Camelot, first time fighting Gwaine, you know, all that was super fun. But I really liked the Garbo account that me and Cairo did. That was so much fun. I hate that Cairo stopped doing it, because, like, that was super fun. Like, fucking, that was so bizarre, like, that we did the rules so well that Fuyuki was hard. Right? That was super weird. Like, you know, Fuyuki's never hard, and, like, Fuyuki was, like, a real issue. I think our level cap then was literally level 1. You couldn't level anything. That was fucked up. Yeah, I think I forgot to upload some of the VODs. I feel bad about that. I'm trying to do better with that kind of shit, but I don't stream a lot anymore. So yeah, that sucks. I didn't get those up. Yeah, that's my least favorite was the one where it was 1 to 3 stars only, and then 1 to 3 star craft essences only, because it just got to the point where everything was so RNG. It didn't like you could make up the perfect strategy, and it's still gonna be crazy RNG, and you're just gonna have to do it over and over and over again. I'm just not about it at all. It was fun for most of it. It was fun for most of it, but once you got farther in, then it started like when you started into the later lost belts, it just started being really obnoxious. And it was because of the craft essences. It was not because of the units. Funnily enough, now it probably wouldn't be that bad because the 3 stars have been buffed so much. Like the 3 stars are way stronger now, so that would probably compensate for how shit the craft essences are. You can't really do stuff like that in FGO unless you either whale or have story replay, because like there's not enough variance. Because if you make a brand new free-to-play account, you have 5 servants. Like, way to go. Like you can't. That's just not interesting. And FGO gets so gimmicky. It's like you really have to have very specific kind of stuff if you're not being like meta. I mean, if they added a roguelike, I'd try it for sure. I have no faith that they'd make a good roguelike though. Oh, and the stuff where it's like, if it's like things die, they die permanently, that's not interesting at all. That's just nothing, because like, if you play this game seriously, and you can be free to play, you don't have to be a whale now. If you just, you know, are smart about when you summon, you can just strong arm this game so hard. Like, I don't think that's interesting at all. Like, because that's not hard. That's just not hard. Because the stages, you have to sacrifice people. You know, you just bring, dumb shit. Because, like, if you really try hard this game is super easy. I don't have any faith that they're capable of making a good roguelike. Even if they try to copy Slay the Spire, they'd just fuck it up. They wouldn't understand, like, how to make your unit's power level, what it needs to be, and stuff like that. And the thing is, Arknights took a while. Their first roguelike was shit. Because that one's not in the game anymore. That one was really, like, fucked up the way they did it. I have no faith that FGO could pull it off. Also, they don't have this is so crazy because they make so much money, but they don't have the developers. Their team is super small and overworked, which makes no sense because no work gets done, but it's because they have such a small team and a lot of them aren't very experienced devs either. So there's just no way for them to do it. They'd have to hire people and actually pay them proper money. I'll play Arknights again. I haven't really quit it or anything. It's just Arknights doesn't put any pressure on you to play it. You know, you can take a break and it's no big deal because everything becomes a permanent event and all that stuff. So I'll go back to it just whenever. I will say though, Arknights kind of fell off, not because of like it's really just power creep. It was just power creep of the units started getting too out of hand, so they started having to make really gimmicky events and stuff. And they just weren't very fun. I just wanted the classic gameplay and positioning and that kind of redeployment and all that stuff. And you know, the game just started becoming so gimmicky. It really made me not care about it. But I think Arknights is a good game. I mean, at least it was. I don't know what it's like now, but like, I think it was a way better game than FGO. Way better. Like the main story experience is so much better. And as far as I know, that's still good. They don't really have like retroactive power creep. Like if you make a new account and you just play through, 1.0 and all that of Arknights, your characters will be of like the right level and everything, and it all works out pretty smoothly. She stands out so much because of the wacky hair. They have an actual account system though, so it shouldn't be too hard to get your account back. I have way better memories of Arknights than FGO, really. I mean, it depends. Like, because making videos was way more fun for FGO, and like the community aspects of it and all that I really enjoyed. And like peak stuff like Gwaine and you know, Fluffy and Zeus and all that. That stuff's like the biggest peak ever. But Arknights is just really consistent. It's just like fun playing through the game. Like it's not like mountains of filler and stuff. There's really none of that. Every stage is fun. Yeah, I would still say like Arknights I think is still really fun if you like pick it up and just like play through the main story. And then there's like permanent events you can do, and like you do a few of those and then play the roguelike. You'll have a great time. Once you're done with that, like once you've done the first like chunk of the main story, and you've done a few of the like early events, and you played through the first couple of roguelikes, after that I think it starts to fall off because then it starts getting really gimmicky and power creepy and stuff. But that initial experience is pretty well maintained, and you can still enjoy. And I think it's quite good. You know, it plays a lot more like a single player game. What might have happened is you might have lost your account when they introduced the actual account system. They had like a window where you needed to like make your, you had to like get grandfathered in. They kept it that way for a while, but I think eventually you had to like register your account to an email or something. That could be what happened. I don't remember exactly the specifics of that. That was a long time ago. She's like rewriting stuff, I guess. Does anyone know what any of this is? I'm guessing these are like, you know, key things are changing. The one thing I like about gacha games, like legitimately, and like, you know, I've played way more regular games than gacha games. I'm really not a gacha gamer. A lot of mobile games suck. But one thing I like about them is just the fact that they, you know, have like ongoing content. Now, a lot of times that results in power creep and all this stupid shit. But like, it is fun to have like something that, you know, keeps getting updated and you can keep talking about with your friends or whatever. And like, I'm the freest free to play, and I don't fucking whale. I never whale, never cared to whale. And it's just weird to me because people act like these games are just like impossible unless you spend loads of money. But like, I never do that, and they're fine. So, Epic 7 is so mixed because like when the game first came out, so you have like World 1-1, World 1-2, World 2-1, you know, Mario style, right? And the initial story from like World 1-1 to World 10-10 was really good, but as far as I know, it's not really it's not anymore because they've there's so much power creep that unlike in Arknights, you can't avoid it. And like, these shove a bunch of OP gear down your throat, so then you're way stronger than you're supposed to be. So like, I remember stage 10-10 was really hard back in the day, especially with like low stars, but it's not like that anymore. Like now you'll just like shit on it. You know, Epic 7 is just like very PvP focused now. There's really just no way around it. Yeah, there's cool things about it. They put a lot more effort into their like unit animations than FGO does, like way more. And there's a lot of variety in the designs. Like, you've got futuristic characters, you got you know, typical like fantasy anime. You know, and there's enough of every like type that you can kind of focus on whatever you want. And there's actually men in the game, so you know, that's nice. But yeah, the PvE, the power creep has just made it really easy and not that interesting. But yeah, it was fun when it first came out, but now it's pretty much just face roll PvE, and then it's all about the PvP. And the PvP is pretty pay to win, so not much you can do about that. But it's a bit of fun. Like, you can get lots of units for free. You don't need to spend any money. That's like no problem at all. And you can just dick around for a while and see if you like it and enjoy the units. There's a lot of cool units in that game. It is a shame though, because it used to have actually pretty decent PvE, but yeah, the power creep just wrecked it. And now they're at a point too where this is really what gets the game, and this gets a lot of games like Epic 7, like Genshin has this problem. I don't know why this system is popular. I hope it dies. I think it's terrible for games. This like the gear stuff where it's like so RNG, because what happens is the difference between just I have whatever gear I happen to have versus I've been grinding forever and I've optimized the shit out of my gear. The power difference is so large. It's like the difference between a level 5 character in FGO and a level 120. Like it really is that large of a difference. And because God knows where your average player is, right? They literally cannot make PvE content that can just be enjoyed by the player base. Because if they make it where it's like balanced around the people that have min-maxed their gear for years, it'll be completely impossible by most of the player base, right? But then if you make it where it's like possible by most of the player base, it's going to be a joke for anyone that's playing the game seriously. They don't even have to be like super min-maxed. And so they just make a bunch of lukewarm content that's not interesting for anybody, and it just sucks. And that's I've never seen a game that has that like kind of Genshin Epic 7 style gear system. I've never seen them deal with that problem ever. I've never seen that problem addressed. That every single game that has that style of gear has that problem. Now, gear doesn't inherently make that problem, because some games like, you know, more typical MMOs have more like set in stone gear, right, with way less RNG and that kind of stuff. Like, oh, you beat this dragon and you get that piece of loot, and like, so then they can still balance things. But like those kind of gear systems don't really exist anymore. That's fucking like early 2000s shit. Yeah, I haven't really played Infield. The whole reason I haven't played Infield is, so one, I don't really like Arknights' universe very much. Actually, I don't really mind the universe. I don't like the playable characters. Like, the universe and the factions are cool, and like Patriot and all that. That's Steam Knight. That's all awesome. But I don't really like the playable characters. They're all like pretty boys and teenage girls. That's pretty much the entire fucking cast. And like, the regular game is bearable because you've got like Rainbow Six characters in and things like that. But Infield, I don't like any of the characters. And then there's all this base management shit. I'm not kidding. Every time I've like casually opened up Twitch to watch someone playing Infield to see if I want to try it or not, first off, I have to sit through like 9 minutes of ads, and then I turn Twitch off. But for the off time that I get through that part, they're always just sitting there doing base management, and it's so boring and stupid and tedious. I'm like, okay, I fuck this game. So yeah, I mean, think about it from my perspective. You have a bunch of kids and teenagers and pretty boys. That's all the playable characters, so I don't like any of that. And then you have all this base management, you know, bullshit. It's like, this is not very appealing. I can't stand busy work, man. It just drives me. I have to really like a game to put up with busy work. Gwen, can we have Gwen? Can we like actually have a real boss fight here? And see, that's really bad. I think it's really bad when you need to like use guides and shit, because like the actual game, like I think that's a huge sign of failure. Like MMOs are like that now, like WoW and shit. I don't actually play WoW, but like I know people that do, and it's like it gets so convoluted of like what's meta and like what gear you're supposed to have and like what spec you're supposed to use and everything, that no one can figure it out naturally, and everyone has to use guides in like third-party programs and websites to like optimize their shit to like do it right. And it's stupid. Like, why the fuck are you, like, who made this? Like, imagine playing Elden Ring and you have to do that kind of crap. It's just nonsense. What a weird looking sprite. I guess we're not fighting Gwen, we're fighting the Sphinx. Why? This is not the first time they've done this, where they act like the memorable fight from Camelot is that first Sphinx you fight at the start of the Singularity. This is like the second or third time they've done this. I don't know, maybe they're just debating you. I don't think they're debating. We'll see. So Ace, unironically, like, no haha jokes, like, does Infield have any characters I would like? Because I haven't looked at it in a while, but I don't think so. Because anytime I have looked at it in the past, I didn't like a single fucking character. Like, it was all fucking J-pop idols or whatever the fuck. Did they just skip Camelot? They literally just skipped Camelot. They put it in a cutscene. Oh my god. They have Helger, but they hit him with the pretty boy beam. What the fuck? God, I hate their games. They're just so like that, dude. They just will not add characters that are grown the fuck up. Yeah, China's... I really have seen this, and I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but, like, I've never seen a Chinese game where they have variety in their character designs. Like, everything is so samey in Chinese games. It's fucking crazy. Because, like, if you look at Epic 7, which is Korean, there's massive variety. You got, you know, muscle guys, you got people with mustaches and beards, and you got, you know, typical fantasy, like, high fantasy anime stuff, and you have robots. And you don't just have like one of this thing. They have like, you know, a bunch of characters like this. So you have so much variety. So if you know, want to play with robots or whatever, you can just do that. And a lot of Korean games are like that. And then Chinese games are the extreme opposite, where every single character just looks like a K-pop idol. Like literally every single character. There's no exceptions. Like not one. And then Japanese games are normally in the middle, where they kind of lean towards a certain aesthetic, like, you know, J-pop idols or something, but there's normally a chunk of variety in there as well. Genshin is like a joke though, because they also just keep using this literally the same character model, right? They have like, you know, 3 male character models and 3 female character models, and every single character is just copy pasted onto that model. So it doesn't even matter what they want to design. They just have to fit those character models, so they just will look like unironically the same no matter what. And because they're just too fucking lazy. And the amount of people I've seen defend them say, and look, I've done rigging. I've done like character rigging before. And yes, it takes effort, of course. Like I get it. But they act like Genshin just couldn't possibly make other character models because it's just so hard and expensive to make 3D character models. It's complete bullshit. Like you have all these games come out that have like, you know, 1 million character models and proper animations for them and stuff, and they can handle it. And you have Genshin, like, I think the most profitable game on planet Earth. They can't figure out how to make more than 3 character models. Like, what a joke. Yeah, they're out there making billions, and you can't figure out how to make a, you know, a 4th and 5th character model. Like, really? And the thing is, it really sucks, in my opinion. Every time I look at Genshin, like, I won't play it. I mean, I haven't played it in, like, 5 years or whatever the fuck. But, like, I'll watch a video of it or something, and there'll be some new character, and they just have the exact same animations of, like, the characters I played back at the start. Like, they all have the exact same, like, body proportions, the exact same running and walking animation, swimming animation, jump animation. I mean, exactly the same. Literally exactly the same. I mean, it's just crazy. Like, every man in the universe has the exact same jumping animation, and every woman in the universe shares the exact same jumping, you know, animation. Like, what the fuck? It's super weird. You feel like you're just playing the same character that just has, like, a cosmetic skin slapped on it. Oh, is Love in Deep Space actually #1 these days? I didn't even know. I haven't paid attention. Is it really? The ladies are that thirsty, huh? What? I still don't even know what that game's gameplay is. Like, is it turn-based or what? Like, I don't even know. I remember chat tried to get me to play that one time, and I was going to, but then I saw that I swear, like, how casual an audience do they have? The game is meant, and it has to be played with like your phone being horizontal, which is just so fucking stupid. Like, are you kidding me? That is like the worst UI design and everything. That just like that doesn't function well. The second I saw that, I instantly uninstalled it and didn't play it. Like, I was gonna do a one-off stream for it, but I just could not stand that shit. So I was like, nope, I'm out. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to answer a text there. I don't think there is gameplay. I don't think that's right. I think there is, but I might be wrong. That's super normal though for like mobile games. When you look up gameplay for it, you can't find any, even if they have gameplay. That happens all the time. Dude, nothing is happening over here. Oh, now we're in London. That Gundam mobile game makes so much money, by the way. It's decent. I play it here and there. The main issue is it's just not, it's so much worse than the single player games. Like, that's just the thing. It's not even bad. If there were no single player games and that game just came out, I'd be like, yeah, this is decent. You know, it's all right. It's not like really predatory or anything so far anyway. Like, it's been a pretty reasonable game to play. But it literally is just worse than the single player games. Like, the single player games just have so much more like fun things you can do, and the animations are better and stuff like that. Gundam is a really popular IP though, especially in Japan, so it's not too surprising. If they ever make like an amazing game, like an ongoing game, you know, like a gacha game, and you can make it turn-based or whatever, but like you actually have like the full Gundam designs instead of the SD ones, and it's like really good gameplay, it's gonna make so much money. Like, Bamco is so foolish for not using that IP better. Like, they make a lot of money, but they could make so much more. Kinda got some psycho eyes there. I think Gundam is the most misused IP of all time, though, for Bamco, anyway. It's so popular, it's so big, and like, it's one of those IPs that is so good for video games. Like, the whole premise and everything is like so good for video games for so many genres, and they just completely waste it. And like with Fate, they always hire, you know, and make the games that are just like really like shovelware and stuff for just no fucking reason. They refuse to put in like quality. They did work with FromSoft one time to make a Gundam game, and it's like the best Gundam game for at least like third-person action anyway. Maybe they'll do that again. I get the feeling though that FromSoft is gonna die. They've got a lot of issues with their parent company, like getting bought and shares and stuff. So I think eventually Miyazaki is just gonna leave, and then he'll make his own company. And that's almost inevitable. But because of that, they're gonna lose their IPs, and it's gonna shake up like their relationships and stuff. I have a feeling though, because I've heard Miyazaki, because Bamco's huge. People like to say Bamco sucks or Bamco's awesome. The thing is, they're literally both, because they're such a large company. There are branches of Bamco that are unironically awesome, right? And there's a lot of branches of Bamco that are really, really bad. But Miyazaki seems to be in pretty good with some of the better parts of Bamco. So I have a feeling if he goes off and makes his own company, he'll still have good connections there. So you might see like another Gundam game made by FromSoft, or you know, whatever company Miyazaki ends up making in the future. Yeah, this is basically us just going through 1.0 over and over again with random things changing. But this is so lame because they're not doing anything with this concept. There's almost been no gameplay this entire time. And every time there is gameplay, you're not doing something interesting. Like they literally just did all of Camelot in a cutscene. You didn't have a single gameplay segment, and they focused on the fucking Sphinx instead of having like a fun fight with Gwen and stuff. Like, and maybe there'll be one later, but like, why do I have to wait until chapter 20 for something good to happen? Fucking Gwen and Camelot was chapter 4. Yeah, like Geronimo's cool. Does anyone else find it funny that Love and Deep Space is like, look, I have no problem with fan service games for men or women. I don't care. Now, you know, fan service isn't really my cup of tea. I want more like gameplay stuff and mechs, you know, that's generally how I am. But I'm not offended at all. Like I'm not like mad about if the ladies like sexy dudes and vice versa. I don't care. Literally fine. But I just find it funny that for like the longest time it was really like portrayed as, you know, these things are only aimed at guys, and you know, look at how ridiculous the guys are being about this. But now the one aimed at the ladies has been the most successful one for quite a while, because even when they're not like number 1, they're always like number 2 or number 3, and so like their average is actually like so high, it's like unreal. It's really funny to me. I don't even know what that is, Lost, and I'm guessing I don't want to know. Yeah, and then men don't sell. Yeah, no, that was the dumb. I've been saying that for years, though, that was stupid. That clearly wasn't the case. It's because people like said that as like a buzzword, and they looked at the data very superficially. When you actually sat down and looked at the data, it was so obvious that male characters were actually outrageously popular, because there was like less of them, and less of them like were given a focus or like rate ups or, you know, high rarity or whatever. But then they would still do really well. So it was like, yeah, it's kind of obvious. Yeah, I knew so long ago that was a thing. But yeah, it's just funny to me that Love and Deep Space is so popular. I feel like, though, that Love and Deep Space you could have a more popular version of that, because there seems to be a lot of like flaws with it, like the way that game is ran, especially again the phone having to be vertical instead of horizontal and that kind of shit. They could probably make a much better game. Oh, yeah, that's another one I've known forever that, like, you know, romance / smut, you know, books are actually one of the most profitable things, and it's all aimed at women. And I don't care. It's, you know, you do you. It was just funny that it was always portrayed that it was the other way around, when it's like just nonsense. My thing is, I just don't really like, I mean, it depends. I was gonna say I don't like shallow things, even though there's nothing wrong with them. But I do like some shallow things. They're just not like fan service, you know, like, you know, I think King Hassan is cool, but he really is shallow. King Hassan is a very shallow character. He's nothing, like, seriously. Tell me what King Hassan's character is, chat. Right? Because it's all like vague badassery. He doesn't even have a clear backstory or motivation or anything. Right? He is such a vague ass fucking character. It's just like, he literally will just show up, right, with almost no buildup. He just shows up out of nowhere in many stories. This isn't just once. This is all the time. He'll just randomly show up, say some vague, badass line about, you know, killing the bad guy, you know, aura farming unironically, kills the bad guy, and then leaves. And that's it. That's literally King Hassan. He is unbelievably shallow, but he's awesome. Okay, so that's kind of why I don't give people shit for liking whatever their shallow thing is, right? Like, everyone's allowed to sometimes, you know, enjoy things that aren't always, you know, deep or whatever. And then we all cheered, exactly. Base. But that's kind of what I'm saying, though. It's like, you know, everybody has something they just kind of like, and it doesn't have to be deep. Like, I like mechs, you know, robots are cool. Now, that being said, my favorite robot stuff, like games or anime or whatever, normally aren't shallow, right? Because like Armored Core 4 Answer and Armored Core 6 and, you know, some of the better Gundams actually have, you know, some effort put into their writing. Though that hasn't been made in a while, but, you know, I do like that stuff more, right? But I can still enjoy just like generic action. Gundam Seed is definitely not my favorite Gundam. I don't mind Gundam Seed, although I don't like Destiny at all. But I don't mind Gundam Seed. But like, I like, my favorite Gundam is probably 0080. Let me think. And I really like Iron Blooded Orphan Season 2. I really like that one. I don't like, you know, oh, the kids are so badass. That shit's cringe, but it's still good. Like, the second season especially is good. Okay, fuck Age. Age is dumb as hell. Although I remember I've watched a random episode. I remember like when it was newer. I didn't follow it very closely when it came out because I knew I didn't like it pretty early on. But there was like this random side character that I'm pretty sure is voiced by Artoria's voice actress, and they're not in it a lot, and they're just like psychotic. And it was just really funny because I watched it just randomly, and there's just this absolute psycho being voiced by like Artoria's voice, and it was just so bizarre. Like, it was just really weird seeing that. But I always remember that because it was so, like, jarring. 8th MS Team is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I like 0080 more than 8th MS Team. And here's the whole problem with 8th MS Team. It's the fucking love story. And it's... look, I'm not even hating on having a love story in something. That one is just bad. Right? Like, that love story is really bad, and it just completely gets in the way. Like, because every 8th MS Team is like 90%, maybe 85%, you know, really grounded stuff and like, you know, military stuff, and, you know, it really focuses on that. But then just randomly, like 15% of it is this incredibly shallow, shitty love story just shoved in your face. Like, what the fuck? Right? Like, pick a lane. Yep, Galio is Percival's voice actor. Yep. But yeah, I mean, 8th MS Team is pretty good though. Like, I just don't, and the main character's annoying, but like Norris was awesome. GM Sniper was awesome. That's a reason to like the show, by the way. How many people here even know like what I'm even saying? Like, when I say GM Sniper is awesome, right? How many people have any idea what I'm talking about? Because I know Poi would, but he's not here right now. Like, that's such a deep cut what I just said, and like why that would be an odd thing to make it your favorite thing. So like, yeah, I do know you know some mecha stuff. But like, because it's a very impactful but minor as fuck mech, and at no point do you ever even see any of the pilots. There's like 5 of them, and they're just snipers, and that's it. General Manager Sniper. Yes, exactly. Wait, no. I'm not standing for this slander. What K4 just said. No. That is not GM Sniper. That is GM Sniper 2. And as someone that is a greater fan of just GM Sniper 2 bugs the hell out of me, because that one's a lot more popular, and it's in everything. And so they get conflated all the time. And look, I don't even hate GM Sniper 2, but one, it looks nothing like the original, okay? Its sniper rifle is way lamer, and it's in fucking everything. Like, if they're gonna put in like a cool grunt suit into a game, they're gonna pick GM Sniper 2. And then when you say, I like GM Sniper, everyone thinks you're talking about GM Sniper 2. They're like, oh yeah, you say, you know, GM Sniper is one of my favorite mobile suits. And they're like, oh yeah, mine too. I really liked playing it in Gundam Evolution. It's like, that's not GM Sniper. And also, GM Sniper vanilla is green, okay, to be clear, and GM Sniper 2 is like aqua blue and shit. And like the regular GM Sniper has a beam sniper rifle, right? And it's like the beam can move around and shit. It's like really good. Where fucking GM Sniper 2 just has a regular vanilla bullet sniper rifle. Like, you're killing me here. Who gets it worse, GM Sniper or Leo? Well, okay, G-In, that's different. That's 00. So you see, you make a typo and then you actually end up articulating something. You don't even know it. But, GM Sniper is very, competent. It like, accomplishes a lot. You know, it's very successful in its own show. Where Leo, not really. But Leo's actually very loved. Leo is a very popular and, like, beloved, grunt. Look, it's not GN, it's GM. GN is like, that's Gundam 00 shit. Like, you know, GNX and stuff. Gotta get it right, chat. You guys have no idea how much I can talk about Gundam. Like, and I can talk about Fate a lot. You know, I know the character material books and, you know, all the, you know, original stories and all that kind of stuff. But, the thing is, like, Fate's really fallen off pretty hard. Oh, I guess Gundam kind of has too. I just think the older stuff of Gundam has a better shelf life than Fate does. But Gundam's kind of fallen off. Most of the new shit they make isn't very good. God, you have to bring MASH. Why are they like this? The fuck is this team? I have, actually, I'm looking at it right now. I have the master grade GM Sniper. I'm literally looking at it right now. I got that a long ass time ago. Love it to death. Big fan. Yeah, there's not, I mean, I streamed the Gundam Gacha game and we actually had a decent amount of viewers, but it's like, you know, there's my viewers don't really know shit or care about Gundam, I don't think. Boy does though. So you have to bring MASH. I guess I could Shingon, but I don't know. Well, Canis, there we go. And there's really not a lot of good Gundam games anyway. Like, there's Gundam Battle Op 2. It's actually a good game, but like the netcode is so bad, it's not a good game. Like, you just getting into a match is almost impossible, and then it'll probably disconnect 3 times before you actually get into a match. It sucks because it is a pretty fun game. How do you like David's new animations? Pretty good. They're not like, you know, the best animation update they've ever done, but it's better than I was expecting. They actually drew them from the side. So that's something. I liked Mecha Break, but that game died so fast because they fucked up. Like, they made a lot of dumb changes. And the biggest problem with that game was they were so, like, worried about people quitting because people would lose too much, like have a 50-50 win rate, because, you know, that's how competitive stuff works. That they put on all those bot matches, and they were so boring. That killed the game. Like, no one wanted to fight bots, and you had no control over it. You would just randomly get into bot games. That was not fun. That really, it sucks. So that game was super fun. It controlled very well. I controlled a lot like Armored Core 6. The mechs were really fun and unique, but yeah, the bot games completely killed that game. And then also, the meta was way too heavy into stall. Like, basically the tanky units and the healing units were just too good when they worked together, and so things just became unkillable. And so you couldn't, like, just get in there and have fun and frag out. It was like, you know, you have to worry about team comp and shit getting dragged out forever and crap like that. That would just, basically the healing robots needed to not be in that game. If it was just the tanky ones and the damage ones, that game would have been so much better. Like, unironically, the healing, because the healing robots, when comboed with the tanky ones, it's just way too much. It was fucking insane. And yeah, that really hurt the game. Like, that and the bots, that just made the game super unfun. It didn't feel that much like Overwatch to me. Like, it felt, well, I guess I agree with you. It felt too much like Overwatch, because I didn't want any Overwatch. I wanted 0. But I mean, it was very different than Overwatch. It was a lot more, you know, actiony and whatnot. But you know, it wasn't as team comp heavy and stuff as Overwatch was. But it did start. It still mattered more than it should have. And then also, like, again, specifically the tanking and healing combo was just, it really ruined matches. It sucks though, because the mechs are really fun to use. Like Air Raider was so much fun to play. The jet guy. You're not Solomon. Oh, they got damn it. If I had known this was gonna be maybe an actual boss fight, I would have used Ku better. Actually, the Hero Shooter Gundam was crazy fun. The problem with that was they just didn't update it at all. That game, and they had no business model. They had no way of making money. But now it was. I will say I don't think it was a good fit. Like the movement and the kill speeds and stuff of a game like Overwatch doesn't make any sense for a Gundam game. I think that was a huge mistake. But unironically, it's the most fun I've had with like an Overwatch style game. I think it was so much more fun. Like the maps and stuff, and the action, like the pace of it, I think was so much more fun than Overwatch. Like so much better. Really, I don't have a lot of complaints about that game other than they just didn't update the damn thing, and they had literally no monetization. It was so easy to not spend a penny on that game that there was no way for it to. The servers couldn't stay up. But yeah, they didn't update it. They, like, after loads of time, they added like one suit. Like there's so many mobile suits people want in, and they wouldn't fucking add them. They were way too slow with that stuff. But Gundam Evo is super fun. But I think it was super weird picking that genre for Gundam. I don't think that was a good idea. Man, the fuck are these hands? Okay, you know what? Caniscoper. Too bad Canis doesn't have any other cards here. Such a weird hand. Finally caught a stream. It's because I haven't been streaming a lot. I really got to work on that. Oh my god, you have the went outside tag. I love that. That's why I haven't been streaming, actually, is because I've been going outside a lot. What a concept. 73k? She must have a lot of damage resist. Why am I yelling? Also, nice damage nerd. We too have damage cut. Oh, she's damage resist, excuse me. And then she just healed the full. Okay. What a game. Let me make an actual team. I don't think we're going to lose, but let me make a real team here. I pretty much use Twitch for Ouroboros, and that's it. There's a few other things I'll watch now and then. But yeah, Twitch has really fallen off. It's such a bad platform where like all the ads and stuff is just too much. They have a good chat interface. I'll give them that. Like their emote and chat interface is so good. It's probably still the best one. They messed up though. They had such a monopoly without like legally being a monopoly. They had all the market share and then they just fucked it up. Like they got so greedy because they were so like used to having all the market share that they got really complacent and greedy, and then they just opened the door for like everyone else to take a piece of the pie. Like they could have locked everyone out, but they just totally fucked it up. Any support lancers? I mean, there is Percival. Let's see. I hate how this game is always like bring battery, and like waver and shit like that, but I'm not gonna do that. I do enjoy watching fighting games, but a lot of times I'll just watch them when they're on YouTube. Like after the fact, I don't need to watch it live. I actually don't really like watching them live. There's a lot of downtime and blah 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 and stuff. I want to just see the matches. I really need to Grail Leonidas to at least be silver. Actually, what I need is stars. I need someone that can make stars like on turn 2. Which would be Leonidas. There you go. Hey, scope for everybody. Probably give him cope scope. But I'm too lazy to find it, so he just gets K-scope. Yeah, I can't believe Leo doesn't have an animation update. I really can't. He's so popular, and it was in the Babylonia anime and all that stuff. It's fucking weird, dude. Of course, we have to use the demonic. Yep, I always use ad block now. I did the same thing where I would like try to turn it off and whitelist or not have it, you know, but it's ads have gotten so ridiculous. Like, please. And the thing is, they're so greedy. I don't think they even realize how much they've messed this up. Because so many people use ad block. For the few people that don't, they're trying to like do a bunch of ads at once, like get them to watch 10 ads instead of just one, right? The thing is, if you didn't have that many ads, people wouldn't want to have to use ad block. Like, imagine, first off, remember when ads were good? Actually, y'all are probably too young for that, but they used to actually put effort into ads to be like entertaining and not shit. And so if you had to only watch one ad, and it was actually a well-made ad, and it was also like targeted at your demographic, so it's like, you know, it's a video game that's coming out, you know, shit like that, things that are actually relevant to you that you might actually care about, like, oh, I would, you know, I did want, you know, like, because you got like anime, games, you know, mice and chairs, keyboards, all that stuff for like that demographic, right? There's so many things to market that could actually be relevant. But yeah, not only are they not generally relevant to you, there's like, you know, 4 of them that you have to watch back to back, and it's ridiculous. Like, no one's gonna do that. And then like if you go to a website and you don't have ad block on, like a text website, just the amount of ads are just insane. You're afraid to click the screen because you're gonna accidentally click something. And again, it's because so many people have ad block. They're trying to like milk the few people they have, and it's shit don't work. Really tame opening here. Oh my god, the gambling apps. Oh man. Never has there been more evidence that there's a bunch of people that feel like they have no meaning in their lives than all the fucking gambling ads and how successful these gambling apps and sites and stuff are. This is why people bring battery supports, though. It's like I'm just so locked out of like doing any damage right now. Well, mash go burr. What's the story? It's literally just 1.0, but Fate Lady injecting herself into it, essentially. And they skip over everything interesting. Like we didn't fight Gwaine in Camelot. Although they keep like going New Game Plus, so maybe we will eventually in one of the cycles. So lame, dude. This is like so unfun the way they're doing this. Like there's no point in even doing anything those few turns at the start then, unless you one-shot her. That's how this game always is. It's like if you're like being really meta and overpowered, you can just break her first health bar in one turn, then like that whole mechanic doesn't matter. Where if you're weaker, then like everything you do for like the first few turns just are irrelevant because she's just gonna heal back to full. Like all the mechanics in this game, you can always like strong arm, and it's just really lame. This does feel like an event story, 100%. Oh my god, and the app keeps crashing! Kind of funny that the other Sisters of Fate don't have character models, so you don't actually see them. Oh god, though the app crashing all the time. Okay, what was I even doing? So FGO really does feel like a corpse being puppeted. I'd say by like an evil corporation, but it's more like a skeleton crew that can barely operate. It's like a really bad puppet master. Bro, this is such a waste of time. Like you have to do damage all at once or you're just gonna have to deal with this shit forever. It's so lame. This is why everyone always brings battery all of the time. It'd be so much less lame if I didn't have to bring MASH. Oh my god, why do I have to go through this every fucking time? The thing is, the story's not even played out. It's literally not, because there's so little story. Like literally, they could do so. You could literally just have a Grail War. There's 5 million options here. Like FGO is the most annoying thing on the planet because like nothing's played out. Nothing's played out. We never had a boss gauntlet. We never had a challenge tower. We never had story replay. We never had a hard mode. We never had a roguelike. Like they didn't do anything, right? Like you have the whole Fate IP, and nothing has happened this entire time, right? Almost all the stories are dumb as fuck, and like all the Ogla stuff, like there's like the grand like story was like such a nothing burger, right? Like, oh man, and then like Elderberry was a fucking AI and all that. Like, please. Like, there's literally nothing stopping them from just making a good singularity or, you know, just a good premise, right? They can literally go anywhere they want with the story now, and they just don't do anything, right? This game is, like, not played out. It hasn't been played. That's the thing. The game literally hasn't been played. Nothing has been played out. I need someone that gives battery or something. I mean, that's always this shit, but this shit's so boring. I don't want to use like the budget battery stuff, like Zhufu or something. But I mean, you have to summon something from your friends list. This thing. I wonder if a friend's mash will allow you to not use your mash. Probably not. It's impossible to like do what you want in this game because of the friend system. I wish so much you could just not use the friend support. That's one thing Epic 7 does do, and Arc Knights. You can just not do it, and it's like I fucking hate this shit. Like, everything is either completely unapplicable or overpowered. That's it. It's like they either just are completely useless to you and they won't do anything, or there's some OP bullshit, you know, like Castoria or Scadia or whatever. Well, fuck it. I mean, Scadia's like the least broken, but it's still ridiculous. Can Mash be in the back? Nope. Clyde, what a character. God, why don't we have look at all this wasted space. This text doesn't matter. This text doesn't matter. Like almost nothing. None of this really matters either. Why don't you have like little symbols for rarity and symbols for class? So you could just click 3-star, you know, extra and get Jufu. Or, you know, 4-star Saber and get Gwen really easy. Like, fucking crazy they don't do that. I guess Shakespeare's a pretty decent budget battery these days too. If you're Buster, then he's amazing. Yeah, you have Qingong and Shakespeare now for Budget Buster. That shit's actually crazy good. Now imagine if Lu Bu actually had an upgraded NP and stuff, because then you could do like Lu Bu, Shakespeare, Qingong as a starting lineup. That'd be pretty sick. A big problem with FGO's writing is they're really stuck on exposition for like no reason. Like literally no reason. And the dialogue is really bad. Like the dialogue is really bad. And most Fate stories, there's a few exceptions, but FGO in particular though has just incredibly bad dialogue. And I'm actually confused by this. I've noticed like dialogue writing is like a dead art for some reason. It's actually really rare anything has good dialogue anymore. Like, people don't talk. Like, they talk in service of, like, the narrative to, like, give exposition instead of actually talking in a natural way or even in a characteristic way. And X Explorer, thank you for the 47 months, dude. The thing is, visual novel, okay. Visual novels are kind of like the worst medium in my opinion. Not because of like anything inherent to the medium. Actually, it's a really good format. But so, in a book, right? Like, it's fun. I was just reading a book the other day. Imagine that, chat. But in a book, all you have is text. You have nothing else. And now you sometimes you have illustrations, but generally not a lot. And that shit's expensive, so that's generally not much of a thing. But so generally you just have text. That's it. And a well-written book like The Count of Monte Cristo, right? It's not hard to know what's going on, right? They don't have a problem. They don't have The Count of Monte Cristo doesn't have exposition dialogue. You don't have characters being like, oh my god, he just punched her, right? Like, they don't have to do that. And it's just text. It's literally just text. Where visual novels are text and then visuals, potentially voice acting and sound effects, the sprites moving around, right? And music. And these fuckers have to use exposition dialogue for some reason. Like, make it make sense. Right? So, like, a properly written book doesn't need to have exposition dialogue when it's literally only text on a page. And then you've got essentially text on a page in a visual novel. And also, you know, art and character sprites that can move around and potentially voice acting and sound effects and all these other things. Because, like, think about it. If a book doesn't have to have a character, like, blurt out, oh my god, he punched the wall, right? If they don't have to do that, and if you have character sprites that can move around and make sounds and things like that, why the fuck do you have to say, oh my god, he punched the wall? Like, what are you doing? Like, literally, what are you doing? And so, FGO is like weirdly, it's like autistic. I'm sorry, but like FGO is like autistic, right? They like have this like need to like overly explain things that didn't need to be explained in the first place. And they will spend a crap load of time doing this, right? I remember hearing back when, like, I never read a translation of Agartha back in the day, so I didn't read it until it came out in North America. And I remember hearing that it was really bad, right? And it was like, you know, porn type scenario and stuff. So I thought that's why it was bad. That's not why it was bad. That wasn't why it was bad at all. Like, I was promised cringe porn, and what I got was the most exposition heavy dialogue I've ever seen. They would spend just mounds of time explaining some obtuse bullshit that no one cares about, and then 5 chapters later they would explain the same thing again. And it's like, who the fuck wrote this, right? And there's so much of that in FGO where they just go blah 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 blah, like, and they're always bragging about like how many words are in a new story coming out in FGO. Like it's some big deal, like they're like Game of Thrones, and then you realize almost all of that dialogue is just completely pointless exposition about nothing. I mean, it really is autistic, right? It's like this overly explanatory stuff about nothing that you do not need to explain. It's like Natsu's like worried that the audience isn't going to understand some, you know, random bullshit, so he over explains it, and then it's like no one cared about that to begin with. But yeah, FGO story, very bad. Fuck, I can't count. Shit, I don't think you get drained until the next turn anyway, but I kind of fucked that up. Hit it very hard. Does Nasu like Honkai Star Rail? I didn't even know. That would explain why they collab with it, though. Dude, Genshin is the same thing. Actually, Genshin's kind of worse, like... Because Genshin's, like, fully voice acted, and Genshin is, like, obsessed with finding excuses to make 2 NPCs talk to each other about nothing. Right? So, like, the story of the premise will be like, we need to get to the castle and stop the crazy lady. Instead of getting into that, it's like, okay, but let's talk to this street vendor, and then he's going to start talking about supply chain issues and this other character is gonna like empathize with that and also talk about taxes. And then Paimon is gonna repeat it. I wish I was kidding. It's like, that really is what Genshin is. And then you finally leave there, and then, oh, the bandits, the treasure hoarders stole my wagon, so I can't operate my business, so I just can't be bothered to tell you the information you need to know right now, because I just gotta deal with this treasure hoarder problem. And they're like, oh, we'll deal with the treasure hoarder problem. Oh, thank you so much. And then you go over there and you fight the lamest trash mobs that have ever existed. Also, after Paimon has already repeated everything. Also, on the way there, you had to talk to some idiot on the road and blah, 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 blah. And then you go back, and they can't just tell you the thing you need to know now. No. Now they gotta sit there and, like, thank you for like 20 minutes about this treasure hoarder problem that you've already dealt with, and then Paimon has to repeat it. And then he starts telling you the thing you need to know, which then won't actually work out. It'll also make you have to go to some other side thing. And I'm not exaggerating. The 20-minute part was the only exaggeration there. Like, that's literally what Genshin is doing. It's just absolute nothing. It's just running in circles and talking about nothing for an incredibly long time. And then just arbitrarily, they'll actually let you get to the part that actually mattered, and it'll be over in 5 minutes. Right? That's Genshin. And like, a lot of these games do that because they're trying to make it take longer. That's the thing. They don't want you to like stop playing the game too soon, so they need to drag it out, and they don't have time to make quality stuff, so they just waste your time with stupid bullshit. That buff was probably unnecessary. What is this song called? This is ironically Tiamat's theme, but from Grand Blue Fantasy instead of FGO. It's Grand Tiamat, if you will, instead of Grand Tiamat. Chat, when is the Grand Blue Relink, like, expansion pack coming out? I don't even know how to feel about that, because I loved that game, but it had the worst inventory system other than maybe Epic 7. And I don't know if I want to deal with that again. And I want to play it, though, because Grand Blue, like, I don't even understand. That game has really fun gameplay, different characters that are fun to use, and all that is some cool boss fights and shit. But then just managing things, and first off, it's just like Epic 7 and Genshin. You can be too strong or too weak for the content, so you have to deal with that shit. Like, there's a lot of annoying stuff there. I like how I got late June and then July 9th. Those are very different answers. I have no stars to speak of here. Fuck my flying mouse then, so I guess Lost was right. I kind of assumed Lost was right, because Lost is the kind of person that wouldn't know the date, but then would Google it real quick to look it up and verify it and then say it in chat. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, it's so late into June that it's in July. Now, I have 41 stars, so I technically don't even need to do this, but I don't think it does a lot of damage if you don't do this. I don't really care if anyone dies, as bad as that is, other than Ku. Like, Ku's the only one that matters here. Yeah, I feel like Ku's crit is probably more valuable. I don't know if it was worth that attack up, but you may be right, but that doesn't mean you're correct. Okay, fucking hero. That was the worst line. Oh, I don't know if that was the worst. There's a lot of bad lines in Fate. How's your favorite indie game doing? Well, Far Far West is probably my favorite indie game right now, and it's doing great. And they actually update it, and like the devs communicate really well, and the gameplay is just fun. I really can't even think of anything negative to say about it. So, yeah, it's great. Now, this other game called FGO fucking sucks, but, you know, that's totally different. Why is no one dead? What? Did she do no damage? I don't understand. Did I didn't, like, buff worth of shit there. The hell is going on here? Alright, cool. Let's see you, see your damage, champ. Wonder how big her damage resist is. So I really want to play Relink, but I do not want to deal with that fucking inventory system again. So I don't even know how to feel. I'm kind of dreading it. So on the one hand, I like Relink, and I'm like really would like to play it again, but I'm just so dreading having to deal with that inventory system, especially having not played the game for so long, having to jump back in and everything. I don't know what the fuck to do. David got an AU. Yeah, it's actually pretty decent. It's one of the. It's not the best one they've ever done, but they actually drew him from the side. Can you believe that? So he's not as stiff as a lot of the other ones. It really is not too bad. It's definitely better than, you know, how he was before, like for sure. We could play Relink from the beginning again. I can't remember though. Wasn't the progression kind of slow? Because I remember it was really fun, but like progressing through the Monster Hunter part of it, I think was kind of on the slow side. Oh my god, this is so annoying. So I shouldn't have batteried there. I should have batteried now and then done her battery. Because now you might just get drained again before you can do it. It's like the whole stupid shtick here. Yeah, maybe the new story. Like, how the fuck are they gonna structure this? I don't even understand, because, like, what if you started playing the game now for the first time? Are you just gonna play the original main story, then the Monster Hunter stuff, then the new main story? Like, I don't understand how they're gonna do all that. $69 viewers, 70 for me. Hold on, I'll leave. That's fucked up. Yeah, the Relink story was pretty long, but that wasn't even the part I was talking about. It was the Monster Hunter stuff. Like, that was pretty slow going, and it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it. But like, yeah, I don't know what we'll do. We'll see. Also, so what's her name? Bob. That's definitely her name. The fuck. I don't know Granblue well enough. The brown hair lady. That's the one. That's definitely descriptive. Whoever the fuck the new character is that's in the fighting game, right? They're in. I know they've been in the fighting game this whole time. Yeah, Beatrice. That's the one. Thank you. Are they like just gonna be one of those characters you can like unlock whenever you want and just play them? Because like you could just play Siegfried without any story connection at all, right? You could literally just play Siegfried, and it was awesome. But I love that about Relink, by the way, that they put the fucking video game first and not your stupid lore. Like, but Siegfried's not there. I don't give a shit, right? It's like Devil May Cry 3. You can just play Virgil for literally no reason, right? That's fine. Does anyone else miss those days? I don't know how many people are old enough here, but back in my day, that was really common, that you could just do things purely for fun, right? Like when you beat the Game Boy Advanced game of Kirby, you could just play as Meta Knight for literally no reason. You could just play Meta Knight now, right? That was really common. I remember a Spider-Man game. You could play Green Goblin for literally, again, no story explanation at all. You could just do it. And yeah, Relink is like that, which is really nice, but that's not common. That's not common at all anymore. You know, now they have to, everything's got to be, you know, oh, but that would break the immersion. It's always annoyed me about Tales of games, because you have all these like cool bad guys that have their own arts and mystic arts and stuff, but then you can't play as them. And I'm like, why the hell not? Yeah, I love how Virgil in DMC4, there's really no explanation at all for him being playable in that. And like the one cutscene he gets isn't even in DMC4. The one cutscene he gets is set before DMC3. So it has nothing to do with the game at all. And even Lady and Trish, they don't have really any explanation either. They are part of the story, but like they don't have a story. You just play them just cause. One thing I don't get though is why is it in DMC4 you had to play, you couldn't like just play Lady or just play Trish. You had to do like you had to do the Nero sections as Lady and the Dante sections as Trish. Why? Literally why? Why can't, because like there's no story, there's no cutscenes. So why? Right? Because if you play Virgil, you can just play whatever stage whenever you want. So I don't really get why the fuck they did it that way. That just seems totally pointless to me. Also, shout outs to DMC4 being half a game and then making you play that half of the game in reverse. That really does suck because DMC4 would be a really good game, like all around, if it wasn't for that. Because it is a pretty good game. There's just that, oh yeah, we only made half of the game. Whoops. Better make you play the game again backwards. I don't think they said anything about the characters having special unlock requirements. It wouldn't surprise me though if you still have to get to the expansion content. Like you can't play them. Like if you bought Relink July 9th and you've not touched it, you're starting from the beginning, I suspect you won't be able to play like because isn't what's his name, Laganza or something like that? Isn't he playable now? I bet you won't be able to play him off the rip. I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong, but yeah, I didn't like Trish at all because some people don't like Lady, but like her gameplay is super different, and that's kind of fun, like just how different it is. Where Trish was just like a dumbass version of Dante. So I'm like, I would much rather play Dante, Nero, or Virgil instead of Trish. Who the fuck likes Trish, by the way? Like, no hate if you do, but who the fuck likes Trish? She has like no character. And that she's such a weird character. Like, whose idea was that? Let's have a random demon that looks like the main character's mom, but isn't his mom and does not have his mom's memories or anything. She just looks like her. For some fucking reason. Like, that's not weird. Like, that is such a weird ass fucking thing. Yeah, Mundus, yeah, I guess. It's because, like, DMC1 is actually really weird. And not only is it really weird, but, like, they didn't really have a way of, like, explaining Dante's backstory, so they did it with Trish. Which is really stupid because there's way better ways than doing that. And then also then Trish never matters ever again. She's in the first game and then she's just kind of there and just stands around because they didn't know what the fuck to do with that character. Why the fuck do you have to bring Kiyohime here? I'm gonna bring Gong is what I'm gonna do here. What team is this? Okay, this is just a limited team. So why is George there? Oh, because George is the... God damn it. Okay, anyone got a Gong? So not only do you have to bring Kiyohime... Oh, thank God. Lost got my back. And then we'll... It's level 72, so this can't be that bad. Wait, did Dearmid ever get an animation update? Nope. Well, that's fucked up. I guess we'll just show off the horror show that is Protoku. I hate his animation update so much, which sucks because I really like Protoku, but like, holy hell. It's so bad. God. Why are they like this? Let me guess, she has to be in the front row. Oh my god. Right, and she has to be in the front row too. You just can't have fun here. Guess we're doing a MASH solo then. They're killing me out here. Tell us that emote. Sir Shield, do I have that? I do. That's actually kind of awesome because it's like the shield is a character. Yeah, I get it. Those are eyes. Really? Fuck you. I'm getting rid of Kiyohime. You can't stop me. I love Sir Shield. Yeah, I'm a fan. I've never really gotten that Kiyohime death because she's like acting really fake. Like she's acting like, oh my god, I care so much that I died. But it's so like ironic, then that means she doesn't care. But there's nothing about her character that would be like that. Like why would Kiyohime not care that she died? I don't, it doesn't track at all. It's super like out of character in my opinion. So that one has taunt. I wonder what their NP looks like. Wow, can you guys like not do that? Oh god, I only have one turn. I wasn't paying attention to that. I'm gonna have to use the NP to target switch. They don't have the damage one. Oh, that's fucked up. I should have done my taunt to get stars. Oh, shit. So she needs to do 33k off of a quick and an extra. Good luck, nerd. Just crit forehead. Gives herself an attack buff. Okay, I think she's got it. There we go. Okay. By the way, we just failed a 70% crit chance. By the way, when you take a character to 120, you should get an aura like this. That's optional. When you go to like change your ascension stage, right? Like your character art, that menu, you should have an option to have a colored aura of your choice. Like a few different colors you can pick from. And you can have it on or off, right? You just make it that easy. Because if you don't like it, you shouldn't have to have it. But that'd be a cool little reward for getting 120. Or you could link it to Grand, like whichever way, or both. You can make it really hard to unlock. Make it, we have to be like Bond 15, Grand, 120. You just want a green aura? Well, obviously. Although some of the characters, I wouldn't do that. It wouldn't look right on some of the characters. But yeah, it's already in the game. Like, you can apply a generic aura to like any character. They've done it in events and stuff. Yeah, I'd probably give Ku just blue aura because he's mostly blue. Sometimes though, you can like you always have to match the color like that. Like sometimes color combinations look good. Like blue and green look good together. The problem is Q has like red, like the red spear, red eyes, and a lot of his attacks are red. So that that doesn't work. Like green, blue, red. That's no good. Yeah, it'd either be red or blue. Cause like yeah, the red matches bulk and is like runes and all that. So maybe red. I'd have to like look at it. Shut up, Ace. Guys. Probably give Billy green though, because no particular color really is gonna match. And then Quick is green, so Achilles green, obviously. Probably Robin Hood green. I should look at that. Percival probably blue, or maybe yellow if that's available. There are just nothing about these stages that should call for all these like weird restrictions and forced things and stuff. Why do I even have her? I think that's Miss Crane, funnily enough. It's like when she's a teenager or some shit. I don't know why I'm making this team and not just using my solo preset. Eight-turn time limit, and there's 3 waves. Oh shit. That could actually be a problem, especially because I got 0 cards here. Mordred, do you want to crit? 20%, let's go. How come George crit? And look how close it was to dying. Well, that's not good. Time to get a little meta. Oh, come on, dude. Oh my god, you cannot be like this. George, you need to do 1,800 damage, buddy. There you go, what a champion. Ooh, look at that, 3k is level 1. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? Okay, I'm resetting. That's just fucking stupid. That's insane. After 2 turns, I've killed 1 enemy. Level 100, by the way. I got 2 Mordred cards in 2 turns. Incredible. Chen Gong would be better here because you get rid of your stuff faster. But that requires me to click a bunch of buttons to set it up. This song drives me insane. I don't know why it's on the playlist. I do not care for this. How have we gotten 1 Mordred card 3 turns in a row? This shit ain't right. I like how George keeps critting. It's been there for years. What the song? Yeah, I know. I don't even know what I'm doing. How am I in the exact same situation? Dude, fuck this game. Just give me a normal fucking, like, opening hand, dude. It really is not asking for a lot to have killed 2 of those enemies. They have fuck all life. Holy shit, dude. I'm about to get Chen Gong just so the statistics are better. That's so many button clicks. Maybe I'll get lost, Chen, and I can just do that. There we go. Losing my mind. Wow. Wow. I could click this button. I think she can kill one though, because now it's a buster. She can probably kill it without anything. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, 17k. You're level 100. 82k because you actually crit. I like how none of the other times we crit when it mattered, and then we just crit there when it probably doesn't matter. Now, I could third skill an NP, but we'll save it. Kind of interesting if the buster cards in first place it was in the 60k range, and in third place it was in the 80k range. That is what one would expect. It's just that's a pretty substantial amount of damage difference. I'm thinking of putting Buster last just to look at it, even though like I should put it first. 93 on that one, damn. It's because I guess when the numbers get bigger, the high-low roll stuff starts to matter more. Let me have the command code. I don't think I need to use any buffs here. The dream is her NP does not kill this one. That would be like so awesome. Come on, show some restraint, self-control. Hey, perfect. Look at that. Maybe you do get to be king after all. Well, the 10% crit one is nice because it has the defense removal on it. See, now we just like super win. Why can't this guy have way more health? This guy should have like 600k or something. Like, do you realize how much fucking damage I can do here, even though we're at neutral? I think that one is like, isn't it like Buster for like one time or something? I can't remember. It says something weird. I forget. 130k, 120k, 131k. Did more damage. The crit did more than the NP, by the way. So we did like 400k there because of the extra and whatnot. And we still have the buffs. Have double crit buff, attack buff. Motherfucker. I swear a lot when I play FGO. Oh yeah, Punishing Gray Raven. I really should play that game more. Because didn't it get an actual PC version? With like controller support and keyboard support and stuff? Fuck, I missed the DMC collab though. Which, like, that... I like those characters way more than the Punishing Gray Raven characters. Because they have the same problem. It's a Chinese game, so they're all fucking... pop idols. And I'm pretty sure they actually, like... Dante and Virgil in Punishing Gray Raven are actually way more complicated than all the other characters because they basically put in their entire movesets from the actual DMC games. So they're just like crazy high effort. I'm pretty sure it's because the devs of that game are like really big DMC fans, so they went like really above and beyond to do that shit. So I've watched some people play Punishing Gray Raven and like play Virgil, and most of his moves are in, so they went pretty hard on that. Like you even can switch to Beowulf and Force Edge and stuff. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, I haven't seen Dante, but I would imagine Dante doesn't have as much because he has just too many. that's like not possible. Like Dante, unironically, I think has the most attack animations of any action character like ever. I don't think it's even close. Like his animation set is just fucking massive. Like he's got more than like some fighting game characters. Actually, probably than a lot of fighting game characters. But yeah, they kind of went above and beyond to make sure like DMC fans would be able to play them and enjoy them and not just Punishing Gray Raven, like typical stuff. But yeah, didn't it get a PC version, or am I hallucinating? The one thing about Dante though in DMC 5 is you don't have to. You don't have to like do all the crazy stuff. They put a pretty decent like bare bone setup in there that's like good enough to like get the job done, right? As long as you're like attacking when it makes sense to attack and stuff like that, you'll be fine. But yeah, he is a lot. Yeah, he's probably harder to play in 4, but his moveset is so big in 5. Although, if I remember correctly, it's been a while, but isn't it like in 5, it's like easier to, like the animations kind of just like worked all together way better, where you can go from like one attack to another attack without much like worry. I'm pretty sure is how he is in 5. Yeah, there's less like timing stuff and cancels and things. Like you can kind of just use the damn attack and it'll probably work. Dude, Lady is such a weird character in Devil May Cry 4. Like, I remember when I first tried to play Lady, I was like, this is the worst thing ever. And what you have to do is you have to like reassign her attack buttons to the shoulder buttons. That's like the only way that character is like possible to play, because she's all about like buffering her guns while doing other things. And that feels so bad with the default controls. Like, I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that. And like, I don't mind playing Lady just because it is a pretty unique playstyle, but like, what the fuck was that shit? And then, honestly, Nero is one of my favorite characters though in 5. I think Nero was just so much fun. They like, I never hated Nero in 4. Like, it wasn't my favorite, but like Nero in 4 was a pretty fun character. But Nero in 5 is just super fun. Oh, she has invulnerability. Just forever, apparently. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't mind Nero at all. Like, I've never had an issue with his character. He's way better in 5 though in 4. He was a little annoying in 4, but not really that bad. I really just never had an issue with him. I've realized this. The Devil May Cry fan base, the vocal one anyway, is actually one of my least favorite fan bases of all time. Because like, I remember when Devil May Cry stopped being like PlayStation exclusive, they threw a hissy fit. Because they have the maturity level of like a 5-year-old. Right, they're like playing team sports with consoles. And then like when Nero was the main character, they just had a meltdown. Right, they're fucking ridiculous like that. Like I throughout like the DMC lifespan, the like vocal, you know, internet voice for DMC is just fucking horrible. Yeah, and like the Netflix show, same thing. It's like they don't even know what they're talking about. Like it's actually crazy. Like they play team sports like that. They're not really thinking about is this good? Does this like they act like the Netflix show doesn't like respect the character's origins and like their character motivations, but it does. Like it literally does, like very well, and it's so fucking weird. And they act like, I remember this was a thing in Gundam back in the day. Like Gundam Wing fans didn't like any of the new Gundam shows that came out in the West because it wasn't Gundam Wing. Like that's not my Gundam, right? It's that same mindset of like PlayStation versus Xbox or GameCube versus Xbox or whatever. It's like the exact same thing. It's so fucking cringe, dude. Like I don't understand how people don't grow out of that mindset. So I don't really get what you're supposed to do here because boss just has invulnerability all the time. Ain't none of these fuckers have pierced invulnerability. Oh, I guess Taiga does. Or maybe it's RNG invulnerability. I like how Taiga is the best character here and she's getting like lasered down. And that's great. Okay, this is just silly. Maybe you're not even supposed to win this. I like, what the fuck? Oh, might as well click buttons. Good luck transforming into Hyde here. I think it's just random invulnerability. That did absolutely no damage. Okay. Oh yeah, and he's NP sealed anyway, that's right. Cheating. What was the point of any of this? Why did he even give you a back row if you can't use it? Like, what the fuck? What a waste of time. Okay, I need to eat, and I am bored of this game. I would rather stream just about anything else. Fuck it, dude, their stories are so lame now. Like, there's no gameplay, like, at all. Guess we'll get this one over with. Like, Camelot is so much better than all the modern stories, because it actually had pretty consistent, like, good gameplay. Hey, Zert. Let's see. Guess we'll save this done for when she has her NP. Try to get stars here. Nice animation update. Oh, they just give you so many stars. Doesn't even matter. We almost got one turned. Thanks, game. I guess we got a stunner then. Yeah, we totally could have died there. That's right, he only gets the buster up. He doesn't get an attack up. Oh, what a flawed character. Lost wanted me to play this so he didn't have to. That's basically what's going on here. Threads of fate everywhere. Okay. Angie. Oh yeah, he exists. Basically just taking the place of King Hassan. This is literally Zerkerlot's theme. It's literally just his music from the original Fate Zero, like, because they made a soundtrack for the book before the anime. Because, you know, that makes sense. Yeah, I remember once I put this in a video, and some guy in the comments was like, that song doesn't fit Berserker or Lancelot at all. I'm like, well, don't look at me. It's literally his theme. Also, I don't know why anyone would think that. This fits him, like, to a T. It's insane. Like, pained, screeching guitar is pretty accurate for Lancelot. Oh god, she's in her clown mode. It's so whack that this is the story right now. And you know they're going to be doing this filler for like 2 years. Just like the filler before it. I mean, 2.0 ended, and this is like, this is so dumb. It's like a filler arc right before the last moment of the finale that's already happened. Like, Ogla is like hallucinating right before dying, essentially. That's not actually how it is, but it's basically how it is. Like, right after this, it's gonna go right back to, like, how the finale was. Like, the finale was, you know, Ogla dies, everyone forgets everything, but then Mash meets the MC again, and it's all fated bullshit, blah, 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 blah. But then this is happening, like, right before all of that. She was a faker all along. Who'd have known? She's a fader class. That wasn't a class card seen before, I don't think. I don't even remember. I forgot so fast because it was so dumb. But like, it's basically like a time stuck thing, like right before the finale. I don't even remember why or how. It was some dumb shit, and Gordolf's not here just because. Yeah, I can't even remember why they said Gordolf wasn't here. This is some stupid crap. So I like how most of the singularities were just in a cutscene, and like the gameplay was just nothing. Like absolutely, there's not been a single stage that mattered yet. I guess Tiamat is the closest thing to an actual stage. Okay, chat, I'm done for now. I'm gonna go eat and do real life stuff. I don't know if we'll stream more of this or not. I don't even know. I guess it'd be good to get through it. Just so when 3.0 rolls around, if we wanted to look at it, we could. But I don't know if it's really worth all that effort. Stuff is cringe. And you were close to a boss fight. Well, too bad. I've been at this for almost 4 hours. Like, ugh. Although some of that was getting buff quests done, to be fair. We will raid Beastly, and I will see you all later. No idea what we're going to stream. Maybe we'll play that Far Far West game or something. It's a lot of fun. We'll play that with chat. Or maybe Divinity Original Sin or Baldur's Gate or something. We'll see. Alright, later everybody.